Hey, what's up guys? Disclosure Artist here. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to red pill a Karen. And I say this with the most love in my heart. These are just people who are not on the level, they're not initiated, they haven't done their research, and they may be having psionics used on them to prevent them from gaining any clarity or consciousness in their life. So we want to help as many people as we can, and this is how to red pill a Karen. I had a passenger in my car who literally said to me, "I don't know if I believe in that Area 52 nonsense." So when you start with the most stubborn of individuals that you may encounter, I mean, that's the lowest level of person who just has no idea what's going on. There's a couple questions that I keep getting, or a couple objections, and I'm going to teach you right now. I'm going to empower you with the tools to overcome them and tackle these hurdles head on. Somebody who you raise the question about ufology or anything that's going on, and they say, "I don't believe, where's the evidence? If aliens are here, why don't they land on the White House lawn?" Those are the three biggest objections. First of all, if somebody says they don't believe, well, you could just say very matter of fact, "Well, I don't let my personal truths affect reality. It's on Google Maps. Feel free to look at it anytime." Also, check out Mirage Men. It's a free documentary on YouTube detailing how government agents would gaslight people who've had genuine extraterrestrial encounters into believing that they're mad until they suicide themselves. Our government did it. It's free information. Look at it. Second, where's the evidence? Well, it's covered up by the shadow government, the deep state, the cabal, Illuminati, military, industrial complex, who works for all of them, you name it. It's being actively covered up. Third, why not land on the White House lawn? This one requires a bit of a crash course on the occult history, and by occult I mean hidden history. First, you can start with, all the way back thousands of years, the Muhammad Accords. In our ancient history, there was open skirmish with superconscious beings right in front of surface population humanity. Around that time period, they decided to basically do everything in secrecy, and have been doing so ever since. Number two, the Berate Treaty, formed by President Dwight D. Eisenhower in 1954 between our government and extraterrestrial visitors, allowing them to abduct as many people as possible as they wanted for genetic material, as long as they gave us technology in its place. That's been an ongoing exchange for the last 70 years at least. Third reason, the Kardashev scale dictates that planet Earth is only a class 1 civilization. We haven't learned to harness energy around us or anything remotely advanced because of course we're being held this way. But it would violate their prime directive to come here and bombard us with technology that we're not spiritually ready for yet. This used to be a place that ET beings would come and visit. It was a beautiful place to go on vacation as a tourist. Nowadays, when people, or star people, try to do the same thing, they're met with hostility and oftentimes shot down when it is that they manifest in 3D and they show themselves uncloaked to our defense forces, that is. Of course, it's kind of a third and fourth reason. The fifth reason, basically, why wouldn't they land on the White House lawn, ETs? Well, first of all, that would suggest that you're under the impression that the White House is in charge of the whole planet. They may have a hand in what goes on in America, and they may have some clemency with regard to the evil forces really in charge, but they're not really calling the shots. And that's why it's really foolish to even expect them to land on the White House lawn when it's the Vatican that actually runs the planet. Everything that goes on here is allowed, and anywhere on the planet is okayed there first. So why won't they land on the White House lawn? Because they don't call the shots. The Vatican does. Of course, the sixth reason, higher density beings, they come and go as they please. These are not going to be craft that you're going to see. These are going to be Makiba, beings that appear and disappear at will. They're of a totally different, higher vibration than the physical entities that you would expect to see there. And the seventh and most important reason is, even if they did land on the White House lawn, it's not going to be televised. So you're looking to the wrong place for that information. And at the end of the day, with all that said and done, ultimately you can understand that it's a war on consciousness and spirituality. We're being kept in place on purpose. They basically want you thinking about nothing but ancient aliens, which is the Eric von Däniken theory. ETs existed, but only in our ancient past. And Roswell, the one incident that everybody has to keep looking back at and are never allowed to move on past. It's completely absurd. When you go to the checkout counter and you see all the tabloids with all of the bogus stories, and then whittled in between it is the one legitimate magazine, National Geographic, with a question, are we alone on it? Let me take this opportunity to express my condolences if you actually consider this question seriously. Put it this way. When slave colonies on neighboring star systems look at a photo of Earth, it has a chain around it. Okay? We live on a prison planet. And it may have something to do with the fact that we don't treat each other very well. We're selling out our own kind. And this is happening on a massive scale that I probably have to make a whole nother video about just to talk about. All the horrible things humans are doing to other humans. And certain ETs are in league with it. Other ETs want nothing to do with us because of it. And aliens have looked into your soul, and they know that you can't handle their appearance. The day that we can handle the way everybody on our planet looks without prejudice will be the day that they can comfortably show themselves to us. Prove me wrong.